Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Rise of the Ordning. I'm very excited to dive on in, but as always, a little bit of housekeeping. If you're with us on Twitch, hello, welcome. Make sure to snag your bingo card. If you're with us on YouTube, hello, welcome. We appreciate you. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, the Holy Trinity, all that jazz. But we are going to dive on into another session of Rise of the Ordning. So, last we left off, our heroes enjoyed a night out in Kalturm, managing to sneak into a speakeasy. They met some interesting characters, drank some fun drinks, and enjoyed a night off. Nyx, splitting off a bit early, was visited by her patron in her sleep, with a reminder of her task and a hint for a mysterious character that is tied to her, should she want an ally. The group rose in the morning, restocked, and set off to visit the Majira Forge with Nyx's cousin Bella and one of her friends Jarmik, both whose families are the founder of the country of Thalor. As you went to tour the forge, the lights went out and the magic faded, causing Jarmik to break out into a sprint to discover what was wrong. You ended up facing off with a group of dark elves and their summoned dark spirits holding what you can only assume to be the spirit of the forge in a magical lantern. You all took off to stop them, only for the group to run towards you and disappear into a secret passageway. Through some great movement, a darkness spell, and some AoE attacks, you managed to distract the spirits, kill essentially all of their little soldiers, and had pursued the two mages with the lantern. However, through their power and the soldiers' power, Tazira was stopped while she was pursuing, and Komori also hit the ground as she was tanking some soldier hits, and the two mages escaped. This is where we pick back up. All of you are beaten and bruised. Belladonna is kind of holding Tazira's pin-cushioned body, and there's two names in your head, Ravasi. Drock and Tall.
I wrote those down, right, DM?
Yes, I believe I don't know if you wrote them down, but
yes,
okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. I was like, I don't know what's in your notebook. Never mind.
No, I put it in the secret D&D chat.
Oh yeah. Jarmik comes running into the passageway. Did they get away?
Yeah.
I don't know that we had a way to escape or to catch them. They weren't expecting anyone to even be here.
Mm-hmm.
We did kill most of them.
That is true.
I do know the names of the two that did escape, so.
He pulls out a little notebook and comes over to you and starts writing down that information.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll give it to him.
Didn't even know that there was a secret tunnel in this forge. Belladonna kind of, begins to stand up. She's, wrapping a portion of your head that got smashed a little bit, Tazira, as you hit the ground from, 30 feet in the air.
Yeah.
I think I know a song about secret tunnels. Oh, well, I can't remember it right now.
What?
Well, I didn't even know that this was here. So, they moved a little too fast, and I think Bella kind of chimes in. They turned invisible, too, bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find them.
Yeah. Well, I think that we lick our wounds. I summon some assistance, and we will continue to pursue them. You're on an important mission, and this is our home. These passageways go deep into the Underdark, if I had to venture a guess.
Gotcha. Keep us updated.
Yeah, and if you find out more about those names, we can communicate, and vice versa.
Do you know how to do sending yet?
No.
Bella kind of sheepishly looks down at you. She's still your head's in her lap, and you're kind of starting to sit up a little bit. She goes, I was gonna wait until, we were doing the goodbyes, but I think that we'll probably end up staying here and sending you off on your own, so, and she pulls out a little stone. I got got this for us. And she kind of reaches up and hands it to you, Nyx.
Thanks, I guess.
It's a sending stone. So once a day, one of us can initiate and communicate.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
It's only 25 words, so you gotta keep it really concise, but...
I promise to.
I think the day that Nyx meets that maximum is the day the world ends, so.
That's fair. Bella will kind of, like, lean down and cast a Cure Wounds on you, Tazira, just to give you a little bit more, energy. So go ahead and take another 23 HP.
Beautiful, I'm up to full now.
And then she'll help you up, and then she'll kind of look... Ravasi and Nyx, are you guys both kind of, looking okay?
I, after the level up, am... like a third health.
Okay.
I
Jarmik
do
will...
attempt.
Jarmik will kind of clap a hand on your back, Kamori, and you get a 27 HP. And then he'll also kind of ruffle your hair, Ravasi, and you get 16 HP.
Nice.
Nyx,
Very kind of you.
Nyx, are you looking okay?
Nyx has like a scratch across her cheek, and that's it. So
Well, I'm gonna have Jarmik summon the rest of our group and maybe a couple others, and we'll kind of stay here and pursue, but it looks like this is gonna be a bit of a journey for us.
Yeah. Best of luck, y'all.
And best of luck to you, too. I don't envy you going back out in the cold. Rumor has it snowed quite a bit more over the last night. So.
You sure you guys don't need any help around here, or...
No, you're on a very important mission, and we have a city of assistants at our disposal. So we'll try to track them down as much as possible, but especially considering the fact that it's going to go through the Underdark likely, and wherever they pop out or if we find any more information, we will definitely let you know. Especially because you're probably the ones who can do something about it. And she'll kind of, like, lean down and pat down some of the soldiers. And, oh, man, I forgot to draw it out. But she will pull out a piece of kind of, a small piece of onyx metal with a rune carved on it. And it is a rune that's kind of an ancient giant. Let me see if I can find it, because I know that they have a lot of the runes. I was gonna, like, draw it out for you guys. But...
I mean, you always could just draw it.
I probably could. Hold on. Where did it go? Sometimes they have, like, the ability to, Oh, no, they don't have it. Interesting. Oh, wait. Never mind. It was in a different area.
Put that on your bingo cards, guys.
What?
You just said interesting.
Oh. Dang it. It is... Here, I can snipping tool it.
Ooh.
Out of the book. Let me find the one I want. Oh, there it is. So it's an interesting looking ruin. It has two parts to it. Kind of top that is like in little loops with a curve around the side, and then an additional part that is underneath all curved up. So this is going to be a handout. Let me just make this rune on elves' bodies. and then I can display it for everybody, which will be kind of fun. Nyx, since you know Giant, go ahead. Anybody who knows the Giant language can go ahead and make me just a straight intelligence check.
I'll cast Comprehend Languages on myself real quick.
Okay.
And you said intelligence?
Yeah, an intelligence check.
I will guidance. Okay, beautiful.
Okay.
I don't think guidance will help there.
No, I don't think guidance will help.
I have nat 20. I'm gonna nat 20 this with my portent.
Ooh, okay. So this is what the rune looks like, everybody. It's kind of small, so sorry. But this is kind of what it looks like, and it is now in your journal, so you should be able to see it.
I see it. Thank you.
So what does it look like as you recognize that you are like fully failing here, that you do not know this, you cannot know this, and you do not remember, and what magic begins to come around you, and what do you see in your brain?
So there is this moment where you guys actually see Tazira kind of start to get clouded on this. She's overthinking 110%, probably attributing something. And like there is this moment where she's fully realizing, oh fuck, I'm not helpful. Right. And in that moment, something else just kind of flashes through her. You see that panic kind of vanish for a split moment, and there is this just ripple of constellations that would normally appear on her during her starry form for just a moment, as this magic just kind of sparks in her brain and brings up this very obscure moment of study.
And I think what it is it's an obscure moment of study back with, oh gosh, what was his name? Hold on. With Sirac. You studied quite a bit of giant runes with him, and with that and the comprehend languages and just reaching in and pulling fate, you need this. You recognize this as the Ilo rune, ILO, and it means fire. And that is now updated in your journals. So it's the fire rune.
Well, they're carrying around a fire rune, a giant fire rune, so it wouldn't be far to venture that they might have some sort of connection to the fire giants, maybe. It makes sense why they're trying to steal the light of a forge.
That checks out.
Oh, great. Now we're gonna end up in all the heat.
No, none of that was. I understood none of that, Komori.
Oh, well, I mean, I figure if we're dealing with fire giants, we're gonna have to probably go where it's hot, ain't it?
No, like, Sly did not understand what you said initially.
Oh.
I was just responding in character. I was
Fair.
like, that was just noises in my brain.
Oh, no. Oh, God, was that the same for everyone else?
A little bit. It's fine.
I am so sorry.
It's okay.
No
We got the gist of it. We're gonna have to go where
no,
it's
it's just
hot
like,
for the fire
it's-
giants, maybe.
We gotta go where it's hot. I hate the heat.
I'm so sorry. I was also concentrating on drawing it in my journal.
All good. Okay, so Jarmik kind of picks you up a little bit to Zyra, and you guys make your way back around to the cart, all kind of beaten and bruised. Jarmik gives somebody instructions on how to operate it. It's very easy. There's no check required. It just requires pushing a couple of buttons. And you guys have a moment to say goodbye, as these two are going to stay and investigate a bit.
Best of luck.
Jarmik kind of gives each of you a clapping hug if you'll accept it. That's kind of who he is as a person. If you don't, he'll like be like, "Hey," and if you don't, he'll just like pat you on the shoulder.
You know what? Yeah, we're cool with it.
Cool.
We
Aw.
all.
Aw. Hugs for Jarmik. And Bella kind of like gives each of you a hug and just says, please come back. It was so lovely to meet you and to have you. And then she gets to you, Nyx, and she just kind of goes, I just want to say, I'm really excited that I now have a cousin and someone in my family my age, and I hope that we can stay in touch.
Certainly you can contact this stone.
And please stay safe. And then she will kind of do that awkward thing like, do I hug you? Do I not hug you? Are we hugging? Family type thing. And and she'll wait for you to like lead something there.
Sure, I'll boop her and turn away.
She looks so confused and a little flustered. Okay.
I'm just gonna make eye contact with her and just kind of do a knowing nod.
Yep. And with that, you climb into the cart. Someone gets it rolling. You have a 3-hour ride. Nope, words are hard. You have a 3-hour ride. There we go. You can take a short rest if you would like to. However,
I'd love to short rest.
yes, you can short rest here. The group did level up. However, you guys can have access to your stuff. You just do not get spell slots back unless you're a warlock, which half of you are. So you get spell slots back. Yeah, you hear that, Komori? You don't get your spell slots back.
Oh man, of all the things I wanted, it's absolutely my spell slots.
Yeah.
You didn't roll my dice. You be the bastard.
But you know, at the very least, it's short rest, right?
Okay, sorry for coughing in your ear. You have a
I
3-hour ride. Is there anything that you wish to do along this ride? Any conversations that you wish to have? What is any activities that happen?
I mean, Tazira is furiously taking notes over all of the things that have happened, in the last day and a half.
Amazing.
mostly just sit back and be like, huh. Half of us almost died, and I was not emotionally ready for this.
Yeah, that was really scary. But you know,
That was that was something else. To say the least.
You both need to be more careful. Like, Nyx is right. We don't really have a good healer in the party.
Tazira will just kind of like guiltily look away. Yeah, I know. If the soldiers hadn't been there, I would have been able to hold one of them. I could have gotten one of them. I just got unlucky.
I mean, hey, someone has to take the hits, otherwise everyone goes down like a stiff breeze. Well, more so by a stiff breeze, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
That's not through anyone's fault of their own.
Oh, go ahead.
Just try not to run off by yourself anymore, Tazira.
Yeah, I will do my best, and if I have to run off, I will find some way to be invisible, I think.
We loved spell choices based off of character growth.
If anything, it just felt like they were, I don't know, like way out of our league.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised we did that well.
And thank you for helping to bring me back, Ravasi.
Did he even do anything for you?
You inspired him. And you don't necessarily know that you did that or anything, so it's kind of odd that she's thanking you.
Mm-hmm. I know. He just looks, he kind of gives like a weird confused face and goes, okay. Well, what are our next plans?
Go up, get the last artifact, and meet our friend. And then try and go to the Oracle, I believe.
Sounds right.
With that being said, the caves pass below you and around you, sometimes opening to the Underdark, showing you phosphorus mushrooms, an underground lake with a splash, and caves and caves and caves of dark rocks. 3 hours go by as you chat, you bandage up your wounds, you eat a little snack lunch before being deposited off in the large empty room as of the far-off tram station. Having traversed under the Forge Peak Mountains for the last few days, it feels odd to say goodbye to them. Emerging with a newfound family and exploring a new city, stocked up and maybe well rested after many, many days on the road, but your mission is not over. The road calls to you. The fate of the Ordning rests on your shoulders, and you are so close to the last artifact that you need. Pushing out the door into the afternoon sun and a bed of snow, a gust of wind chills you after days underground as you are back on your path far north. And we are back on some ability checks. Now, this is a bit of a harder check, as this is rough terrain. You'll be traversing inclement weather and climbing up a portion of the mountain. In the past, I have not told you this, but the DC has been a group total with that double lead count, so whoever's leading gets to roll twice, or gets to count it twice, right? It was a group total of 75. Now, the DC is a group total of 90. And if you miss by 15 or more, there may be some encounters. As always, feel free to make use of your familiars, your skills as you travel through the winter weather and bardic inspiration, etc. So, everybody select, decide who is leading, and we will roll our winter encounters.
Beautiful.
Well, I'll give a bardic to. This is still like we haven't. I presume that we haven't like long. This is not going to count for like a long rest, correct?
Oh, no, it'll count as a long rest. You're going to travel for like 5 days.
Okay, then I get my stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just long rest.
Yeah, you can just long rest. It's fine. Nothing's going to happen
cool.
on day one.
Cool.
I
Then
probably
I will
should just let
give-
you long rest, but it's fine.
Semantics. Then I'll give everyone a bardic. So you'll get to roll an extra d6.
Ooh.
It'll be a d8 soon, guys, I promise.
Beautiful. I will have Mippet help me, and can I guidance myself potentially?
Yes, I will allow you to guidance yourself.
Beautiful. And can I argue perception instead of survival for following the stars?
Allow it.
Beautiful. Alrighty, with Mippet's help, my guidance and a bardic.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
You rolled 2 2s, but it's okay. Roll your d6.
Ooh, that was a good d4.
17, 18. So 18 total times 2. Komori, how are you assisting in this endeavor?
We're doing what we do best. We're going hunting.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that survival check.
Absolutely. Maybe one of these. Oh, wait, I am proficient in it. Okay. I'll take that.
With that, we are at 56. Oh, you can add your d6, Kamori. Go ahead and roll your d6.
You know what? Fair enough.
Woo.
So good. So
Wow.
good, Kamori.
We take
So
those.
good.
Okay, Ravasi, how are you assisting in this endeavor?
Same old, same old. I feel like we've settled in a pretty comfortable rhythm. I'm gonna performance check.
Okay. Between you and Nyx, you need to reach a 30.
I got a 19.
Okay.
I believe in you, Nyx.
Nyx,
You
how are
gotta get-
you adding
Thanks.
to this endeavor?
You
I'm
gotta
just
give
gonna
it.
be mean to everybody.
You gotta get at least a 9.
At least a 9.
And you also have a bardic.
Woo!
We rolled so many 2s.
You did roll so many 2s.
Oh.
Okay. With that, you reach a 98. So, you do pass the DC. However, it is very evident that this is a bit of a strain. The air up here is cold and biting, often blowing through you. Snow whips up in your face and your eyes, freezing your hair. You bundle up, you use your snowshoes, and you brace against the wind and the cold. Mippet and Morrigan stay settled in your clothes and coats, not able to face off against the wind. You travel for roughly 4 days towards your destination in the far, far, far north peaks of the Forge Peak Mountains. And here, actually, we can drop a little map just so that everybody can kind of see, because I think it's interesting. So,
Whereabouts are we?
you just left, essentially, the tram through Kalturm goes through here and dropped you off, like, right here, and you are traveling north. And then you will need to cut into the mountain some.
Alright.
So.
Also, hi. Yeah. Yeah. No, I answered my own question.
Okay. You travel for roughly 4 days, as I was saying, towards your destination in the far north peaks of the Forge Peak Mountains. And in the dead of autumn, for most people, the, like, kind of autumn season, it is cold and snowy up here. Then you kind of turn a little bit east and you begin to climb. The climbing gear you were given for saving the town of Fireshear comes in very handy as we follow our adventurers on their ascent partway up the mountain, the sun reflecting off the snow and wind threatening to pull them off the cliff face dotted with persistent evergreens. After a day of partial climbing, you then come to a long, narrow valley that ends in a large cavern entrance marked exactly where it said it would be. The Great Worm Cavern. What would you like to do?
Whew. Well, let's get in this freaking cavern and out of the wind.
I have not been able to feel my nose for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you're telling me you can feel things?
Shockingly, yes. I know. This is a surprise to us all, including me.
No, I'm talking about with the cold.
I'm gonna poke your face.
Yep. I will press to digitate Komori a little bit warmer.
Okay. So, with that, we are jumping onto a huge frickin' map. And I'm going to tell you that this is actually smaller than the map that was supposed to be. It was supposed to be each of those big squares is 50, and I was like, oh, I'm not making them play with the large squares because I hate it.
Fuck that shit.
It ended up being like somewhere by like 20 to 25. So you guys are at the like right here essentially.
Gotcha.
And if you would like to kind of see what things look like, there is like the sideways map up at the top.
Beautiful. And
So it
let's
looks
see.
like this.
What was the item we're looking for here again?
You are looking for a shield.
Gotcha. Okie dokie. So that's going to be pretty big.
Yeah. Okay, so feel free to drop your character tokens down. We are going to get a roll in here.
Let me.
Oh, I zoom for a million years. I zoomed out to appreciate things.
Now we
Nice.
zoom in.
Oh,
So as you are looking, you see that there are, it is a large cavern. There's a couple of tiers. Looks like there's kind of like a second level that is a couple, maybe like 20 feet up. There seems to be small caves kind of over to the side over here. And at the edge of it, to Zyra, I'd say that you can kind of see like the furthest because your perception check. Although Nyx, you can see pretty far too. It looks like there's an altar. As you kind of look, it looks like there's also things carved into the sides here.
Ooh.
And so, with that being said, looking up, there is icicles all over the ceiling. So be careful. What would you like to do?
Can I send Mippet forward to scout a little bit?
Yeah,
I mean-
Mippet can actually fly in here. And so just be careful.
Alrighty. Yeah, she will be a little quiet Mippet as much as she can be, and is going to do basically an aerial of all of this.
Okay. Is she sticking towards the ceiling?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to need you to roll me 2 checks, a stealth check and a perception check.
Gotcha. Let me bring up my gal.
The other thing to note is that this terrain is very, very slippery. Like, this is a sheet of pure ice.
Fun.
So you will need to walk very carefully.
So stealth and perception.
Okay? So,
Lori?
Mippet is doing a phenomenal job of weaving through all of these, like, ice stalactites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
tight to the ceiling,
On the ground.
Okay, cool.
mic on the ground.
She's doing a great job. She is so hidden. However, she gets so distracted by trying to be so hidden that she does not see much other than kind of when she's communicating to you. She will note that she is dark vision. She will note that she can see the shield, and it looks like it's strung up like a gigantic gong. It's red.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of behind the altar.
Alrighty. I will bring her back. Okay, well, we found the shield. It's the gong. It's past the
Oh.
altar.
I was literally about to make a bet with Komori to see if we thought it was also buried underneath the altar again. So I'm glad I didn't do that, because I would have lost my extra rations.
Indeed. Let's.
Dang. It's worth a shot.
Alright. I guess I'll start. I'm actually not going to walk because I will fall flat on my ass and cause noise. So I'm going to broom 10 feet above the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna just smile at you.
All of you who are walking, feel free to make me a acrobatics check.
Do I get a? Do I get a? I'm more than content to also do an acrobatics check.
Ooh.
I'll broom him up if need be. And I'll also slap.
Maybe take Nyx.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens?
I didn't even notice that Nyx rolled.
What happens is you guys all are starting to walk, and Nyx begins to like fall, like does the arm spinning thing, and is about to fall flat on her ass. But Zyra, you see this, and you manage to just kind of scoop her up just in time on the broom. So Nyx, you are now on the broom with Zyra. Okay, the rest of you can proceed how you would like. Where are you going?
I mean, it can't just be as easy as just going up to the shield and just taking it, is it?
You say that, and then Zyra, you your higher vantage point, you are not surprised as suddenly you hear Mippet make a noise as coming from one of the kind of like a cavern tucked in the side over here. A couple of Uthgard barbarians dressed in tons of warm clothes grab a spear, begin to yell, and come out to attack you from above. I would love if everyone could roll initiative. I will say,
All right.
Nyx, remember you are up with Tazira. And you're on
I
the
was gonna
brink.
say, whereabouts should I be? Like, where I am? Is that fine?
You can be a bit closer if you want to be.
Oh boy, do I. Be here. That looks good. Is Kimura just chilling back there, just like, hold on, guys, let me just stop the fighting.
My legs, they don't work.
I got little legs. Is the tallest of them all.
Yes, actually. Oh, I forgot I have advantage on these now.
Ooh, you do have advantage on them now.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So, with that being said, oh, they both rolled horribly, so I guess it doesn't matter. Ooh, this music's very loud. Too loud! Okay, there we go. It's a little bit better. So, with that being said, I will say because Tazira, you cannot really, there's no way they would have surprised you. They chuck a spear and you kind of manage to see it coming and you swerve. And we now are ready to go. So Nyx, you are on the back of Tazira's broom, about 10 feet in the air. They are about 20 feet off the ground, and they emerged. There is a kind of half-hidden little cave right here and right here. What would you like to do?
I will just Eldritch Blast at the closest one, because can't really do much else from this vantage. Very good.
Blast away.
A 20 and a 15 to hit.
Okay, so this one picks up a spear and begins to throw it, and as you do, you're just aiming for the kill. You're Nyx, you always aim for the kill. It just completely takes off this guy's head.
Cool.
And you were going with the second one?
Yeah, I'll just get the one to the right of him.
Okay. Oh, I thought the 15 was your damage. Was that another
No,
to hit?
it wasn't. It was just another to hit.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage for the first one. It might not have killed him then.
Okay, 7 damage.
It did not kill him, but the second one hits into him and does kill him. So you have one more that doesn't definitely hit. So go ahead and roll some damage.
I don't have it. I just rolled too many times.
Oh, you only have 2?
You sure? Yeah, I just rolled too many times, yes.
Okay, got it. Sounds great. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you, Nyx, but chat did give you guidance, so if you would like a D4 at some point.
That's very nice,
Thank you,
chat.
Okay.
Also, Neon, let's not pretend. Don't give Zari any more ammunition.
Okay, Komori, what would you like to do? You are on the ground.
Oh,
They're 20 feet
boy.
above you.
Yeah, I'm in a very not so great predicament, huh?
Throw a rock. You
Wait,
hear from
hold
the
on.
ether
Hold
as
on.
Sly speaks to Komori.
Hold on.
Do a backflip.
They're
Throw
20
a rock.
Hold on, I'm doing math. Because I did just gain a bit of a new ability.
Okay.
Okay. So, hear me out.
I'm listening.
I have a climbing speed.
Ooh.
And granted, I have a climb speed. I have a swim speed.
Okay.
My normal speed is 40.
Okay.
However, if I rage, I can move up to half my movement speed.
Yes.
I'm trying to do the math to see if I
You
can
definitely
actually,
get up there.
You get like 60 feet.
Yeah, because this
My
is
good sir.
literally 20 feet. So like
Yeah,
this
that's why I
is
was like, I was
straight
trying to
up.
see if I could do the math.
So, 40 feet, I would say, is fishy because there's not really a place for you to land. But considering you have the extra feet, you can get up there. So, Komori just takes off. Is it when you rage, you can move up to half your speed?
Yes.
So, Komori, you take off and you dig your claws into this sheer cliff face as you rage. What form are you taking?
Oh, I think I'm taking my, I was thinking I was going to take my claws because it works especially with climbing and everything.
Perfect. Love it. So,
And I know when I get, because am I going to have to dash, you think?
No. You'll be able to get up there with your new ability.
Oh. Cool. Neat. I
Except-
want to grab one of them and yank them off the cliff as I come up.
Okay, love that. So you run up, raging your claws, diving into the ice as you pull yourself up, and you straight up grab one of them as he looks down at you in terror by the ankle, Assassin's Creed style, and chuck him back down. Go ahead and roll a grapple check.
Okay, and is that going to be straight strength or athletics, if I remember?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics, and I do roll at advantage.
Yeah, grappling is athletics versus the other guy's acrobatic.
Oh,
or
yeah.
athletics.
So you just always roll athletics. Yeah, easy. You chuck him down. Go ahead and roll 2d6s because that's 20 feet.
We love that.
That was just enough as he falls on the ground and breaks his spine,
Oh my god.
landing in a heap of body parts. You will need to take one more step forward. I'll allow you to continue to do that in order to stay up there.
Yeah, I'll move just right here.
Okay, you do. That takes only one of your attack actions. So you
Then yeah.
you can make another
and
attack.
Technically I get, well, I do get two more, an additional one because of the claws, so.
Well, okay, so you get 2 more attacks then.
Well, I would say if it only took up like one of the attacks out of the attack action from before. Yeah. And then because the form of the beast claws, once on each of your turns when you attack with the claw with the attack, you can make one additional claw attack as part of the same action.
Beautiful. So you get 2 if you would like to do 2 attacks.
Yes, please.
Perfect.
Okay, and just get the second one out of the way.
Okay, both hit.
Oh, we love it here.
Okay, that is enough as you rush up. And essentially, are you being ferocious? How ferocious are you being here, Komori?
I'd say fairly ferocious, especially if I just, as I'm climbing up the cliff, once I get to the top, grab someone by their ankle and chuck them off.
Yeah, this guy kind of like retreats with his spear back behind this totem, but you pull yourself up with one arm, and as you do, shoving yourself so that you spring up onto your feet, and you kind of grab him by the throat as you slash and bang his head against the totem, and he falls down to the ground dead. Okay, that is the end of your turn. Ravasi, you are just a little guy running along on the slippery ice, 20 feet below.
I'm just a little guy. We all know what's about to fucking happen.
Eldritch Blast. Oh no, you're fireballing them. Oh my god.
I am absolutely fireballing.
Roll your damage. I just want to see something.
I don't think they'll survive.
Yeah, even if they succeed on the saving throw.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They cannot survive. They cannot survive. Oh no.
I knew they were squishy.
I'm so glad I split up my enemies there. Okay, with that, what would you like to do? The burst of energy just explodes from the side of the mountain.
Ravasi's kind of just been like watching, trying to keep his balance on the ice, and goes, these guys are pretty easy to hit. Does not take a lot of damage to kill them. And just lifts his arms up and goes, we really don't have time for this. You might as well just perish, and shoots the fireball.
Damn. The whole ice begins to crack and melt as it kind of begins to like fall down, and this ledge extends all the way out to here in kind of a ramp as the totem begins to crack and fall and burn.
I'm gonna look at the last two barbarians and go, is your pride really worth your lives? You could stand down and let us go about our days, and we'll let you stay alive.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Ooh. An advantage?
No.
I did just kill 5 of them.
I know, but
It
no.
just tossed one casually off a cliff.
I know, but these are barbarians.
Yeah, but 5?
You rolled a 5?
Okay. No, I killed 5 of them.
I know. It does not matter. They are trained to fight to the end.
It's worth a shot.
Fine.
Okay.
18.
That's still amazing. Both of them drop their spears and raise their hands. Tazira, are you standing down or are you attacking?
I'll just kind of give them a thumbs up. Cool. I don't really want to kill you guys anyways. We're just gonna get what we need and then leave. Thank you. And I'm gonna dash my broom up 100 feet.
Okay. Is anybody else attacking them or are you letting them win? Or
letting them go, you mean?
Letting them go.
I was gonna say, I mean, I'll let him go, but I'm not gonna let him win.
I am,
Fucking
while Zari's doing their thing, I will have Komori drag my skinny ass up here, which is not as intimidating, but
no, not at all.
I'm going to ask them 2 very simple questions. 1, anything else in this cavern we need to be worried about? And second question, after we leave, will anyone or anything come chasing us?
They both kind of look at each other, both of them holding their arms up, and one of them goes, little common, chief, no here. And then he kind of like points down below and he says, children, old.
Nods.
We go, and he points down below again.
He's going to say, anything chase us?
They shake their heads and they just point at the people around.
Not Desire. He was gonna... Anyway, next step, he is going to nod his head.
Okay. They kind of look at you, Komori, in a little bit of fear. Are you gonna let them, like, kind of go down to the caves?
Yeah, I'll let them.
Okay.
Looks at Komori with more fear. I murdered more of them.
Komori
It's about
is
sending
big
a
and scary.
message.
Yeah, they slowly skirt around you, Ravasi. They do not grab their things, and they disappear into the cave up here. Tazira and Nyx, as you are flying towards the center, what you see is you see this. You see that all of the little notches in the side of the cave are frozen over with ice, and there appears to be frozen bodies in there, standing up as if in a standing coffin. You approach the altar, and the altar is on a huge, like, this area begins to incline more, and it's almost up to 100 feet off the floor. On the altar, you see a frost-covered stone that is shaped in the shape of a coiled serpent with great wings. You're not quite sure what this represents, but it does look like there are kind of like sacrificed goats and birds, and various animal parts kind of scattered around here.
Gotcha. I'll take a moment and draw the symbol on this altar. Does it look similar to the people who I saw earlier in the forest?
No,
with
it does. It looks. Make a just a straight intelligence check.
Absolutely. Intelligence. Let's see. 22.
So with the 22, what you would know is this. This looks like you know that the barbarians don't often interact with people. And of the barbarians you have, the tribes you've encountered, this is one of the more aggressive ones. But you don't quite hear anything about, like, the fact that there's children and older people down below. This, while it does look like a similar beast, the snake that you saw has a smaller stature and seems to be more symbolic, as opposed to this seems to be more some form of animalistic worship. And as you kind of have pieced together, each of the tribes seems to have an animal that they revere.
Gotcha. So they revere the winged snake in general. Okay.
Correct. And this one looks a little bit more of like a type of dragon, like literally WYRM, than a snake per se.
Fantastic. Alrighty. Beautiful.
Nyx and Tzyra. I don't like to force alignments upon people, and I believe that alignments change. However, in this moment, based off of the D&D alignments, good, neutral, and evil, where do you feel like you fall on that spectrum? I don't care about the chaotic, whatever.
Good.
Yeah, good as well. We have been acting pretty chaotically.
Okay. So as you approach and kind of like stop here, Nyx, you're let down and you're kind of looking at this altar a little bit. Tzyra's briefly sketching it. And you feel something reach out and touch your mind. Tzyra, this reminds you of when someone speaks with you telepathically, like kind of that connection formed, right, that you do when you reach out. Nyx, this reminds you of the feeling you get when you speak to your patron, but this is not your patron. You hear a voice. I'm warning you about this tribe. The people here are good, but they are under an evil chieftain named Warmblood, who is not here. I don't have much to offer, but I implore you to hunt him down and slay him. I can give you something to help on your journey. He's away searching for a concubine that ran away. These people, they need a good leader, not one that incites violence and takes people as if they are items.
Nyx, did you just hear that?
Show enough, my friend.
Well, you have, obviously, we will need to talk it through with the other people, but you have expressed displeasure with not being included in conversations, and this seems like one of the ones that if I didn't ask, you'd be pretty pissed. I want to go and hunt down this dude if whatever this voice is saying is, if they're a terrible person. Obviously, we're going to have to actually figure out and ask, but if he is, are you down?
I am sure he has made his way onto the list, so that's probably fine.
The list?
Yes, something you don't need to worry about for now.
He writes that down immediately.
I don't ask you to come back here because it's a long travel to where you need to go. I know he's somewhere in the spine of the world, I assume. At least that's where I saw his concubine escape to. but I can present you with a gift for now to keep you safe.
That would be greatly appreciated. Who are you?
So in this moment, Ravasi and Kamori, you guys begin walking along. Walking along, and along your right side is these carved ice, like, insets, frozen, full of bodies. All of them in similar clothing, buried with weapons, quote unquote, frozen. It seems that this is how they bury their dead. And you can see them. It takes you a moment to walk around, but you two can get to kind of this area before you see something happen. So if
like
you
over here?
Yeah, if you would like to move yourself over there.
Sure.
So you see that Tazira and Nyx are kind of staring at this altar and having a little bit of a conversation out loud. And as you approach, I'm going to ask you two, what do you believe your alignment is along the good, neutral, evil?
I guess I would kind of say maybe a little more towards neutral.
Okay. I'd agree. Ravasi.
What I believe or what Ravasi believes?
I think that answers my question. Because I would do what you believe as the player.
And I think you know that answer.
With that being said, you two approach, and you don't hear anything. And your watch is like, Tazira and Nyx are kind of staring at this. And suddenly a creature begins to emerge from the altar. And it almost looks as if, the snow begins to melt off and it begins to heat up and the stone begins to come alive as this creature emerges, looking almost exactly like the altar itself. Almost fin-like horns coming back from the head, spines all along covered in scales. However, the wings are full of leaves. As you see what you would 110% know Tazira is a coatl. I think that's how you say it. Coutl.
Yes. And it's very apparent, like, looking at Tazira's outfit at first, it's not obvious what her outfit is based off of. But next to an actual coatl, it's like dead obvious. She has a themed outfit. She is absolutely an adventurer with a themed outfit and a themed mask.
Based off of a coatl. I totally forgot that. That's so cute.
Oh.
And as it emerges, it winds. Coutl.
Thank you.
There you go. And as it emerges, it kind of wraps around your body for a moment, flying next, and then it circles you to Tazira, and it lands on the other side of you, and it just sets down, and it sets its nose against your forehead. In acknowledgement. Go ahead and roll me a straight D20.
Gotcha. Tazira's eyes are so bright right now. That is a 9.
Okay. With that, you feel the effects of Sanctuary over you. And you get the sense that it will last a while.
Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, you're so cool.
Once again, the creature's not speaking out loud. So Ravasi, you and Kamori cannot hear this. I appreciate, little one. I see you are honoring our history. And she kind of puffs out her cheeks, and then she goes, show me where you would like it. Your blessing.
I will hold out my right hand towards her.
She takes it and she breathes onto your palm, and you are gifted a, hold on, where did it go? Why did it disappear? It said that you get, like, a thing, and then it, like, disappeared, so I can't click on it. It's like a charm of something. I will figure it out. Oh, here, I put it in here. Okay, so you get a charm of restoration. What this is it is a one-time use, quote-unquote, item. And it has 6 charges. You can either use 2 charges to cast lesser restoration and 4 charges to cast greater restoration. And you are now gifted with this. So it's just like a one-time use for each. You can use it on yourself, you can use it on other people, and it lasts until all charges are expended. Then she flies around you again next, and you hear, where would you like your charm?
I guess right here, and I'll point to my back shoulder blade.
Okay. She breathes, and you feel kind of like a burning across it. And you are also gifted with the charm of restoration. And then she looks back to you. Are those your companions?
Yes, they are.
I cannot speak with them, but I would like to also bless them, if I have permission.
I will turn over. Ravasi, Kamori, this is a Kawaddle. She's chill. She's super cool. She has a quest for us to do good things in this world, and she wants to bless you too, but she can't speak with you. So, permission, come forward.
Komori, without a second thought, is just going forward because she is enthralled by this.
Ravasi's doing, like, looking between you, Tazira, and the Quaddle, just like, twins?
Oh, it's so obvious.
Like, huh, I was wondering where those colors came from. I mean, sure, boss.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
Yes, they are.
Look, there's a healthy amount of fear walking up to this thing, just like,
It encircles you, Kamori, and looks to you, Tazira. Where would she like her charm?
Where do you want your charm, Kamori?
She will offer up her left hand.
Okay. She touches your left hand and breathes, and you see this kind of charm. It almost looks like Tazira's symbol, a circle of a Kawaddle in on itself, and you are also blessed with the charm of restoration.
Thank you.
She nods, and then she turns to you, Ravasi. Interesting. And she gets down and puts her face right next to yours. This giant creature flying, and you see her yellow eyes, golden, staring into yours.
he's doing the, like, I'm trying not to like, pull away, but I am just a little bit pulling away.
Go ahead and roll me a straight charisma check.
17, DM. I hear you typing.
She turns back to you, Tazira. This one's odd.
Yes, I've noted that myself.
I sense an egg of goodness, surrounded by a sea. A sea of melisma. I don't know if my blessing will help him, as something else holds his soul. But I can try.
Got it. Thank you so much for letting me know. I will. And you see as Tazira's like, kind of knowing that she's now taking on a little bit of an undertaking that is both very personal and probably a bit above her. I'll do my best to nurture what good I can.
Good.
Are you saying this out loud?
Not in common.
Okay. You're gonna enlighten me what she is saying? Do I smell bad or?
I'll let you know later.
Ask him where he would like his charm.
Where do you want your charm, Ravasi?
He'll point to his like right collarbone.
Interesting. She huffs
Wrong
out.
one, DM.
She huffs out. And
Other side, DM.
Okay. She huffs out, and go ahead and roll me a D100. This is going to determine whether, to the extent the charm takes.
95!
Wow, okay. So she breathes over you, and Tazira, you watch as it's hard. And as it goes on, yours went on in a soft orange. This one fights. It starts as a soft orange and begins to get redder and redder and redder as it goes around towards the head. And the charm of restoration takes place.
I'm assuming this burns almost
Yes,
for me.
it burns
like
for
painfully.
you. It is painful.
Are we sure this is like a good thing? This really fucking hurt.
Coatls are good by nature. They're benevolent.
A breath of air just poofs your hair as it kind of snorts on you, and then it winds around one more time, kind of like winding in between you and circling around to kind of face Tazira once more. The chief, please.
Yes, we will do our utmost to take care of him.
Good. He needs to die. There's no saving his soul.
I will nod. Thank you for the call to action and for the blessings and for the information. Obviously I don't hold the same mission as you, but I hope for good in this world as well. Is there any other things that you would like me to know or carry out?
No. Be cautious. There's something that lurks beneath the ice that even the people here do not know of. And
Thank you.
And with that, she essentially almost like dissipates into golden feathers as the whole thing, as her whole body begins to disappear in sparkles. And you are alone.
I'm gonna kind of gesture where she was at and look at Desira. So, big fan, I guess?
Oh, cool bottles are so cool. So first off, they have shielded minds, right? You can't even get into their heads. They can cast so many different divination things. So they can do scrying, they know dream, they know a ton of the restoration spells. It's so cool. And they don't know exactly how they're gonna die, right? But they have like this kind of sense, and so they're able to really like pace their life because of that and figure stuff out. And they're so cool.
I picked up on that. Anything else that we should know?
Yes. Okay. We have to kill their chieftain. He's he's past saving. And he's trying to go after a concubine, and apparently he's on the spine of the world. So we have been asked to try and kill him.
Ah.
Yes. Nyx is already chill with it. I talked it out with her. So, You know, this is you two obviously have a say, but we've already cleared it with over here.
Fair enough. I'm good for it.
I mean, sure.
Beautiful. Alrighty. I'm now going to look guilty as I go over and start cutting down the gong.
Okay.
And you said, DM, you said it was the charm of restoration,
Yes,
correct?
you did manage to get the charm of restoration. So as you kind of approach the back over here, it is a giant. Essentially what it looks like is it looks like a former shield. It is a crescent-shaped gong in a stone frame, a circular disc that is roughly 13 feet in diameter. It looks like it is broken, so hence the kind of jagged crescent aspect of it. And it is made of red dragon scales bolted to a beaten copper frame. And it is held up by cord.
Gotcha.
I will say the frame is rather large, so I don't know that you will be able to cut it down by yourself.
Kamori! I need your muscles.
All right. Give me a second.
Yep, warm up. Don't pull anything.
Did you tell them of that there's something lurking below?
Oh yeah, and BT doubles. There's something underneath this ice apparently that is not great, and even the people here don't know about. So let's not do anything major that would break ice here.
I am currently thinking about the fireball.
Yeah.
And as you glance back over, some more of the snow begins to slide and tumble down.
I'm gonna, you know what, you guys take care of that. I'm gonna go over and start prestidigitating that coulter.
Oh, it doesn't look like it's melting actively. It just looks like it was kind of when an avalanche happens, sometimes there's little parts that fall. It doesn't look like it's melting. It's too cold here for that.
Oh, beautiful. Alrighty.
Yeah, it's 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. So you all move over towards the gong. How are you cutting it down?
Carefully.
This thing looks like it weighs roughly 250 to 300 pounds.
Actually, I have a plan here. First off, snow cushion underneath it to keep it from flopping down. Second,
this is ice, so it is going to be very difficult. There was some snow kind of on the bottom, but it looks like it gets cleared out here. So you could try to roll me a survival check, but it would take time to amass a little mound of snow.
Yeah, that's not necessary. Without, technically, do we want to get Nyx and Ravasi down below and we cut it from up, or I guess maybe
Kamori to catch it?
Yeah, Kamori to catch it, and then we just hit the rope with some spells maybe to make stuff a little bit easier.
I'm going to pull out a knife.
Yeah, it's 10 feet above your head.
I'm gonna pull out my fan.
Oh. Ooh.
And flick it, and you see a solid 4-inch knife pop out of it.
Ooh. Okay. I don't have great muscles. And I will bring Ravasi up with me.
Okay, so, Nyx, I think the idea is that you and Kamori are going to go catch the gong as it drops. Kamori, how much weight can you hold or carry?
That is a very good question.
It would be your push, drag, lift, right?
Yeah.
My push drag lift is 510 pounds.
Oh, shit. Okay. Nyx, I don't know that you're gonna need help, but you can.
Well, I mean, could could she, like, help?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just to get the idea, we're gonna cut it down so it falls in the snow.
No, I think the idea is that Komori's trying to catch it because there is not snow for it to fall into.
What's it falling into?
Onto ice.
Which goes where?
It just slides down. So it would, this is up on an incline, and then it kind of evens out down here, and then this goes down on an incline.
To where?
To the ground.
Which is?
Like, from where the gong is, it's probably like 50 feet down here. This area
I'm sorry,
is like
what's
100
down
feet
there?
out.
Is it ice?
Yeah, it's all ice. There's not really snow.
How thick is the ice?
It's pretty thick, but Tazira did let you know that the Quaddle said that there is a creature lurking below the ice.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not gonna help catch this thing I can't lift, so I will stand out of the way.
Okay. Okay, Komori, this is you.
All right.
I am going to Bardic Komori. All right. You know you've got this, right?
Oh yeah.
Komori's like, I'm fine. So, what is the plan here? How are you going to drop the shield?
So my thought is, with a gong, right? It's kind of held up on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Is it one of those ones where it's like looped together or no?
No, it is like only hung up on both sides because it's kind of a crescent shape. So it's like
Okay.
a crescent shape, but it's like a U essentially.
Okay. So what my plan is that I'm gonna direct Komori to stand on the opposite side of where I'm going to be cutting the rope, so that when its pendulum swings down, she can kind of like slide and catch it. Without it fully crashing, because it's going to like, it's not going to completely crash to the ground. It's going to kind of like swing, and then once she's stable, then I will cut the other strand. So it's like a 2-step process.
Got it. Okay. So with that being said, the first string is cut. It begins to swing. Komori, you catch it. Your muscles bulging. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Okay.
And knowing your lift amount does change this DC. Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
You don't even need.
Yeah, Komori just catches it and is holding it. And essentially, like, she catches it and she's holding it. And the rope that it's hanging from is slack. Like, it's not taut.
I'm just gonna have, I'm just gonna give you like the silent little like claps.
Okay.
And then you cut the taunt rope, and Komori, you very easily, with that nat 20, bend your legs and kind of lay it down on the ground.
Oh.
Somehow you
Oh.
always manage to be significantly stronger than I think you're going to be, and it is very impressive.
Thank you. I scare myself sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm going to flick the knife away.
Alrighty, well, let's slide this into the bag and tell these people that we're killing their chief.
We are not telling them that we are killing their chief. We are just going to leave and go murder their chief.
Got it.
I'm gonna kind of explain the, like, they were like, hey, our young and old are in there, and the weird vibes, and yeah, so I don't think we should potentially anger any of them any further.
Got it. Okay.
Honestly, I think that's a pretty solid point.
I am occasionally smart.
You begin to see some more snow begins to kind of fall down on the side where Ravasi fireballed and the totem slides. Ravasi, roll me a luck check.
Don't fucking.
Okay. The totem slides, and it slides into the pile of kind of like made snow, and nothing happens. It's really quiet.
Guys, I need people to understand in chat. This does not happen. This is not a normal. I've been rolling hot.
You have been
For, like,
rolling
a week,
really hot.
And for like a week, and I don't know what's happening. I'm really scared.
Yeah, and 2 95s in a row. That is crazy.
I almost imagine this is Bravasi being like, no, 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 no. and just like going dead quiet for a second and like creepily still and is like, okay.
We need to leave.
We're leaving now. Yes.
Yep, that's fair.
Yes.
Okay, and with that being said, you manage to, for the sake of things, you get this into your bag of holding. Do I know how it happens? No. Is it realistic? Probably not. Do I give a shit? No. You get this gong into your bag of holding, and you begin to extend down or run down the little ramps towards the entrance. Are you doing anything to handle the little avalanche on your way out, or are you just leaving it for the people to deal with?
You don't touch avalanches.
Okay.
Avalanches touch you.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
And as you leave Great Worm Cavern, I just need this to be known that you have accomplished all 4 of these giant artifact locations without combat.
I mean, technically.
You had a little bit of combat at 1, but it was like the equivalent of you guys tricking something in combat. Which is insane because all of these had some pretty deadly encounters. So absolutely beautiful job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. And with the
Oh, thanks.
And with the
We love being cowards.
With the 5th giant artifact secure, we are going to take a quick break. So with that being said, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Make sure to stand up, stretch, and we will catch you all shortly. And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a great break.
Did you drink water, everyone?
Yeah, did you drink water? I hope you drank
I
water. I didn't. No, I did.
Don't be like Sly. Be better.
So, as you walk out of the Great Worm Cavern, it is roughly, I would say, like, the sun is kind of beginning to set, and you're walking out directly onto the sunset as the colors begin to paint the sky, the first bit of the moon and the stars popping out. You have completed your quest in gathering all 4 relics, or all 5 relics, pardon me. And now you need to locate a frost giant that is roaming the north. What would you like to do? How are you going to try to locate him?
First question. Where is the spine of the world considered to be?
Roll me a history check, but I will warn you, the DC is incredibly high.
Gotcha. What are my portents that I have currently? Okay, worst comes to worst, we're making this a 15 plus 8. Yeah, I'm going to make this a 15 plus 8 for a 23.
Okay. With that being said, you aren't positive, but you know that the Great Worm Cave was close to it. You get the sense that likely this mountain is the tallest. And you know that Kalturm is under this mountain right here. So likely the spine of the world is at the tallest mountain.
Gotcha.
You're not 100% positive, but that's what you would think.
Well, we have potentially two birds with one stone here. Obviously, we do need to find Harshnag. which he's going to be in this area, and we need to go to the spine of the world, which I'm not entirely sure, but I'm guessing that it's going to be at the tallest mountain. Hopefully. Do any of you guys have any particular plans for finding Harshnag?
I'm gonna be honest, I have no absolute idea.
Nope.
That is okay. I
Most I
have
can do
two.
is climb.
Gotcha. Let's see.
I am he looks down, not built for this kind of stuff.
Unfortunately. Okay.
Neither are you!
I can find things. I'm pretty good at finding things. That's like divination's whole thing, is you find things. I will out my tongue, Rabasi.
Your tongue immediately starts to freeze.
Well, I've got two things. I can cast Locate Object, which I know what his helmet looks like, so I can always ask for his helmet, and I can cast Skywrite. So if we have anything that we think might catch his attention. Let's see, let me look back up my notes about Harshnag. So I start flipping through my book. See, no, alrighty, beautiful. Do I know the basic runes for storm, fire, earth? Basically, the 5 types of giants that we've been looking for the artifacts of.
Go ahead and roll me a luck check.
Gotcha.
Because this is going to essentially decide whether or not Sirax started to teach you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, with a 20 on that, I would say, yeah, you saw the fire rune today, so well, not today. You saw the fire rune, you kind of have an idea of what the fire rune looks like. I would say you would know at least one other rune. What would you like it to be?
Let's see. Which of the giants is the least gregarious?
The least gregarious?
Yep.
Likely the stone giants. From what you know and the fact that you haven't seen them at all.
Then the stone rune.
Okay. So, I will say that you know this one. Let me find it. Oh my gosh, I'm silly. They're all alphabetical. That would have been so much easier earlier. Okay. I will once again drop this in your journals so that you have them. So if you want to save the pictures, you can.
Thank you, DM.
So, because I assume that Tazira would like draw this for everybody.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So it can be common knowledge. Okay. So this is what the stone rune looks like. It's kind of 2 different types of runes, and is a bit... It's pretty big. Or it has like an E and then kind of like a Y shape with dots on it.
Gotcha. I will look back over to next. Okay. I'm kind of convoluting this, but just for the sake of things. Next, do you know the runes for the other 3?
Do I?
How did you learn Giant Nyx?
Nyx picked it up while she was entrapped, for sure. It is broken but functional.
Okay. So do you think you would have seen much writing, or do you think it would have been all verbal and, like, oral?
Probably wouldn't have seen much writing.
So I would say, based upon that, I would say you specifically were trapped by the fire giants. So now seeing the fire rune, you kind of like recognize it as something that was kind of scattered around. You didn't like necessarily put two and two together when you were thinking, but you haven't seen any other ruins.
Sorry, Tazira, I do not know.
Ah, poo. Well, that's all right. I guess what we could do is I can just shoot up some skywriting of a little pictograph of each of the giant lord artifacts, and then it was a island that the oracle's on, right?
It was a what?
An island that the oracle's at.
Oh,
like
no. The oracle is supposedly at the spine of the world.
Oh shit. Okay, then we need to go there anyways. Fuck. Okay. Beautiful. I can like periodically just shoot up a skywriting of the 5 things, and then maybe Harshnag's helmet, and if he sees that, I would assume he'd go, oh shoot, what the heck is that? Why do they have my helmet pictured?
Mm-hmm.
And also all the artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me just a d20.
Gotcha. That one.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to do for that nat one?
I am going to replace that with a 9, because that is my important that I have.
Okay, a 9 is considerably better. So what happens is you begin to travel. You begin to climb. I'm going to need either a perception or a survival roll to try to figure out the best path up to the spine of the world. Either 2 people can make it, or you can, so either roll, it doesn't matter. Either 2 people can make the roll, or 1 person can make it with advantage.
What do we want to do, gang?
Good question.
I'm rocking with a +11.
I'm not very good at these.
I mean, I can't say I'm great at this either, honestly.
Come on, Tazira, they suck. I'll help you out.
Okie dokie. 19.
Okay, so with a 19, you begin to leave the Great Worm Cavern. And as you travel, you throw up a skywrite here and there. How many times a day can you do that?
I can ritual cast it, so I can do it all I want.
Oh my gosh, what does that come from?
That is from actually my druid.
Oh, that's super cool. So as the month of Tenebrae is coming to a close, as the sun begins to set, you begin to see the dying star constellation over your heads as, Tazira, you lead them south, up the spine of the world. With the help of your companions, you begin to feel like you know a decent way up this mountain. There's not necessarily a path, but you can start to, like, you take some time, you kind of encircle a good part of it, and you find a great way to ascend that uses the least amount of tools that, like, essentially the least amount of sheer cliff climbing. And as you climb, the hours turn into evening, and you find a place to settle down that's kind of tucked away out of the wind, but it is very small, so you're, like, very cautious about it. And You withstand the cold evening as you sleep, and then the next morning you set out again, continuing to climb the eye, or the spine. And setting in the pitons that were set out for you, you do see some old climbing gear. You see some giant climbing gear at a certain point. And after about into the third or fourth hour of the next day, the wind as you ascend continues to get colder and colder and colder. And I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, as you are all exposed to the cold. Since you do have cold weather gear, you may roll with advantage.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
I
I
will
needed that.
also.
Oh, it's a little better.
I didn't roll with advantage.
Thank God.
I will also do my best to help people by prestidigitating in their clothing.
Oh, Nyx is doing great.
Nyx is fine. Nyx is warm out of pure determination. So with the prestidigitation, it really does help. Zari, you find that you are the one who is struggling the most from this cold. Did you want to guidance yourself?
Yeah, I'll guidance myself. Tazira is so thin naturally, like she's just so willowy that she has nothing to keep her warm on her bones.
What kind of happens is I feel like at some point Komori kind of tucks you like to walk in a certain part of her so that she's working as a windbreaker. And
Yes.
it takes you a lot of extra prestidigitation. You feel like you just made it. Otherwise, it would have been absolutely exhausting to travel in this extreme cold.
Yeah.
As you continue to ascend, every couple of hours or so, tossing up the skyrite, with the high perception, you begin to hear something approaching. And as you kind of like cross over this very sheer cliff face into a kind of clearing in the middle of a valley, you see what looks to be giant-sized stairs carving up the side of this mountain in this small little kind of valley ledge on the side of the cliff. It is covered in evergreen trees, and it looks to be that there's a small campsite. And by a small campsite, I mean small in the simplistic way, because this is a campsite of a giant. The fire is huge, but it is kind of out, and there seems to be a small lean-to that is very thoroughly nailed in. And as you guys are kind of coming along the side of the sheer cliff face and landing on this cliff edge, you begin to hear steps. As from around the kind of other side of the cliff face, you see a large giant. He is a frost giant. He is wearing plate armor that is radiating magic. He has a great axe across his back, and as we said, he has a helmet that is missing a horn. And as he approaches, he kind of puts his hands up and talks in common. Small folk, I will not hurt you. I am friend.
That's good.
Oh, it's fantastic to see a Harshnag.
He looks kind of confused. Are you the one who was sending messages up in the sky?
Yes, the name's Tazira. It's nice to meet you. And I will just still just shaking like a leaf in the wind from cold, walk over and put out my hand to shake.
He positions himself very specifically to block the cold from you, and he kneels down. And as he does, his body mass and the plate armor that is covered in frost, his huge black beard seems to be dreaded with frost all throughout it and several black beads. And he has very kind, piercing blue eyes that almost bleed into a gray as he gets closer to your face, and he puts out a finger. And it takes both of your, like, arms to just even, like, kind of shake half this finger. And he, kind of a soft smile you see quirks beneath his beard. All of you are welcome to my camp for now.
Thank you.
You were searching for me?
Yes, we have been brought together by fate, the gods, or some kind of combination of the like, to try and help with the problem of the ordning being fractured. I have dreamt of you as well as my compatriots behind us. We have gathered all of the artifacts of the giant lords and are seeking to work with you and the Oracle, hopefully.
Interesting.
Rossi's gonna nod in agreement.
I knew I could feel the ordning snap the day it did. And I knew something needed to be done about it. I've been traveling the north, and as much as I hate to say it, killing the brethren that seek to hurt humanity. I do not align with them.
Why not?
Little one. Ilumelan is held together by the people that inhabit it. And while we are giant folk, we still inhabit Ilumelan. My brethren do not understand this, except maybe some. They believe that you are interlopers. For when their world, our world, was destroyed, we were brought here and slowly began losing connection with our God. I don't believe they understand that the break is the result of their actions. They see it as an opportunity, a chance to fight and claw their way to the top, and thus so are becoming more and more violent to the small folk that they share Ilumelan with. They don't care if you live or die. You are but ants beneath their feet.
Great.
I know not of why the ordning broke. I was hoping to visit the Eye of Anam, the Eye of the Allfather, and to speak with the Oracle there. And you invoke this Oracle? He, turns back to you, to Zyra.
Yes, we have been sent to speak. I will, one moment, let's see. Where is it? Because I know I got some kind of... Where the heck is the call to go see the Oracle? I have so many notes. Let's see.
It's the curse.
I know. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, so I don't know how to help.
Yeah, who told me to go find Harshnag? No!
Claudie.
Claudie? Yes, we've, I'm sure you probably know of the dragons that have been introduced, and one of which told us through accessing some magic that we were to find the 5 items, take them to the Oracle, and find you as well.
He grimaces. dragon folk. Interesting. I have no love for dragons.
I don't blame you.
But if one who speaks with fate is saying so, then we shall go.
Oh, and as you've said, I mean, you and dragons may have no love for one another, but they are also inhabitants of Ilumelan.
He kind of like, you see a little quirk, using my logic against me.
I will give him a smile back.
Well, you may rest at my camp. I have recently hunted, and you like turn and kind of behind you see a huge stag that's like half eaten, frozen. And you may tell me more of what you know of the Ordning and the giants at play.
Absolutely. And I will crack out the big ass journal.
Okay. You begin to settle down into his camp. He lights the fire. It is so huge that it keeps you extremely warm, and you begin to like warm up for the first time, especially kind of tucked beneath his lean-to. He has furs spread out, and one fur that he may use is like the equivalent of 10 furs to you. So you guys are all like bundled up in one giant blanket, essentially. As he sits next to you, taking his great axe off and setting it to the side, still in his plate armor, and he begins to kind of bustle around and makes a very delicious smelling stew, with this deer meat as you guys kind of settle in and warm up and take a second. And Tazira, are you sharing your tale, where you have come from, the impact of the giant kind on Ilumelan?
Absolutely. Listen, this dude has appeared in her dreams, and he didn't have any weird vibes about him, so perhaps a little too trusting to Zyra is basically like just going through the timeline in extensive detail and not leaving anything out.
Okay. As he bustles around and begins to cook, you see that he pulls some frozen like root vegetables out of his pack and some delicious smelling spices and herbs, and he is listening, enraptured in your story about how all of you defended a town from giant attacks and raids. About how it seems that different giants are looking for different things. How you all came together at the tower and then were swept up in another tower to speak with Zephyros and learn about the Ordning. How he dropped you off at Clogalia Mater's and you completed a mission for her in order to gain more knowledge and to learn where he is and to learn what they need to do. He seems kind of surprised and shocked about hearing about the giant artifacts and how it was needed to collect them. And then as soon as you kind of like explain that it's an offering for the Oracle, he nods in understanding. I would not have thought about that. It is good that this dragon thought as such and knew where they were.
Yes, Cloggy can be a bit much at times, but she is helpful to those who she wishes to work with.
You continue to tell him of the different artifacts that you collected and how you collected them. About the hold on, let me just scroll up a little bit. About the ring and the Bone Great Club of both the Fire and Hill Giant respectively at Raven Rock. Of the spear tip of the Cloud Giant that you gathered at Morgar's Mound, of the cracked horn of the Stone Giant that you gathered at Baroon as well, and finally, the broken shield made of dragon scales that you collected at the Great Worm Cavern. He kind of looks at you a little bit in awe. You must be fearsome warriors to withstand the barbarians. They fight to the end.
We mostly snuck around. I'm not going to lie.
Yes, wit over muscle.
Interesting. Well, now that I am here, you have additional muscle. And he nods at you, Komori, like acknowledging you. I do not want to ever overshadow you and your acts of might, but I will assist in any way I can, as you are saving my people.
Well, thank you for helping to save ours.
He smiles a bit. The stew is ready by the time you finish telling your tale, and it smells delicious, and it is piping hot. You offer up your own bowls to him, and it takes him a while to figure out how to fill them, but eventually he does, and you eat as quick as you can before it cools down too much. It will be a rough path ahead. It is better to rest when the sun goes down and to continue when it is cold during the day and when it thaws a bit.
Got it.
Check it out.
It is roughly a day, I believe. 8 hours before we could reach the spine of the world. So I would propose that we travel this evening.
If that's what you say is best, I trust it.
Oh, not this evening. Sorry. This morning. We rest this evening, travel in the morning.
Beautiful.
I know what you knew.
Yep. With that, you all settle in. He kind of... I would say all of you. It's not hard to tell that he is very thoughtful and very helpful. So he's always positioning himself to make sure that you are out of the wind. He is keeping an eye on the fire to make sure that you stay warm, and he is caring for you. Which is the biggest contrast that I would say. Even the giants that you've interacted with, such as Zephyros, he was so caught up in his own mind that, like, while he was helpful and slightly hospitable, you know? And the hill giant, I'm totally blanking on her name. Hold on, I could probably find it in a second. Moog. She was one step away from kicking your ass the entire time. And the fire giants that you interacted with, as well as the giants that you have interacted with in the past, he is, of them, the kindest and the most thoughtful. Is there anything that you wish to discuss as you settle down? Any conversations that you wish to have?
Yes, but I'm going to grab Ravasi near the end of the night. So if anybody else has any other conversations they want to have.
I'm good.
I mean, I'm all right over here.
I will say that you will note that Harshnag will not speak unless he is, like, spoken to, essentially.
Oh.
Okay. So
yeah, I'll make some through the night.
Okay. He nods, very short on words, but he will reply.
Beautiful.
And towards the end of the night, you pull Ravasi aside.
He's like wrapping the fur he's got like around him.
So
Hello?
So you will only hear this in your mind, and you...
Hello.
Oh no, can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
You cut out for a second there. Say that again.
Oh no, I will connect to Ravasi's mind. First of all, I am not saying this out loud. Let me just double check if you can respond.
You should be able to respond.
I think he can, yeah. And I will just kind of Zari looks awkward, first of all, but she looks like her face is set like so seriously. Like this has now become a goal of hers. And she will kind of sit down in front of you and you will just kind of hear in your mind. I don't expect you to fully speak or talk about things in a comprehensible manner. So first off, I guess just keep that in mind. And she's gonna look away for a moment. You know I hate adventuring, right? I don't want to be here.
Oh, you want me to respond back here? I
Yes.
thought you were going to monologue. Yes.
I would be happier than a pig in shit if I was just left to my books in my university and pushing my papers and working logistics, right? There really isn't much that would make me happier than that. That's the world that I want to belong to. Uh, Obviously, we see that we are in a little bit of a different situation, eh?
Yeah, freezing to death on the mountain.
Before I left, I don't know if this was a vision or if this was a meltdown, to be honest with you, right? But I had this moment where I was going up to one of our storage places and I was getting a couple of the things that we needed. And right in front of me falls this desiccated, dusty snake's corpse, right? And I look at it and I can see that it has been strangled by its own skin. And there's just this moment where I'm looking at it, right? And you can see the cut into its neck where it finally stopped being able to breathe. And you can see the struggle in some of the back where it managed to get some of its back tail out but couldn't quite. And I had this moment where I realized if I don't shed this skin that I'm in right now, it is going to kill me. And maybe that wasn't just an omen for myself. And like I said, I don't expect you to respond in any comprehensible manner. But you're doing good stuff right now, Ravasi. And I hope that you don't get strangled by your own skin.
He kind of sits quiet. You can tell it's not like a cutoff, it's a contemplation sort of ness. I don't really get that choice.
Well, coming from the chick who heavily, heavily believes in fate, I really hope that you do. And I think you can have that choice. Stuff can be painful, but it's there.
He smiles kind of wryly. I My first love, she taught me how to braid, to plait hair. And I taught her how to dance. And while our love was very short, it was real. And losing it hurt me so much. I made unwise choices, and I suffered because of them.
I'm sorry, Ravasi. I'm sorry, first off, but if there's one thing that you get by being an elf, and this is coming from a human, you have all the time to make wiser choices.
He kind of laughs. That's the one thing I don't really have, Zari. Actually.
She will kind of tilt her head a little bit.
He's thinking very carefully. It's that same odd feeling of when he started getting too chit-chatty and then clammed down.
I get if you can't speak, but thank you. And
I know the way I'm going to die. And so I can't. He looks at you and he says this like out loud. And so as much as I appreciate your seerness and the divination, and you are a great oracle. I hope you know that. But there's not much in the strings of fate when yours were sealed before you were born.
Tazira will give you a very sad and very understanding face. Well, again, I know it's a little bit empty coming from me, especially because, as you know, I will fly myself into the sun with my hubris. But for now, fuck fate. Right?
It's not fate that needs to be fucked.
Well, I hope to travel with you much longer. And I hope that maybe we can untie some of those strings. But who knows? I don't. I see things and don't understand, and I will run myself into a madwoman sooner than later.
Tazira, you have an itching desire to place a finger on his sternum.
I will follow that, as I think her eyes get a little bit glossy with the kind of itching desire coming up.
Ravasi, she's reaching towards you.
He instinctually starts to like shy away, and then there's a moment of choice, and he lets you.
Tazira's eyes fully gloss over, and you don't. Your vision, when you have visions, you get brought away. In this case, you are still here, you are present, but your ears are deaf. There's no noise, there's no sound, not even like you're underwater. It is just the absence and silence. And as you place your finger on his right sternum, almost right over his heart, you just see a burst of red and strings everywhere. Some of them connected to you. One tied to Nyx, one tied to Komori, one tied to Harshnag, many, many others. But as you look down at Ravasi's soul, all of them are wrapped in a red ribbon at the core of his heart. And you look down at your own, and yours is just a burst of red strings that attach. No ribbon, nothing holding them together at the end. And suddenly you come back to yourself, and the sound comes back, and your eyes like flash a almost golden light.
He's thrumming his finger gets against his thigh, tapping in a very particular manner.
Tazira does look very startled as she kind of freezes up for a moment, and you actually watch as she's going to withdraw her hand, pat the ground first, feel the cold, then is going to take her hand to her other and kind of just bend her finger back until it's back at a painful level to kind of ground herself and snap herself back into the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was that?
I told you my fate was sealed.
Ravasi, you're not sure what she saw.
No, but he can guess.
Yeah, he can guess. You're not sure to what extent she saw.
No.
You can guess.
I didn't see what you saw.
Fucking hell. Why can't anything just be clear? And you
He
watch
pauses. Yeah, he kind of watches you fumbles, and he kind of... Was it quiet?
Yeah.
Like no noise could ever exist?
I will nod.
Shit.
That is incredibly concerning for you to say shit in that way. As I flip open a page and start rapidly drawing.
He's gonna stop you.
Oh.
He's grabbed your wrist.
Can you physically not speak, or are you stumbling for your words here?
He's not sure.
Roll a charisma saving throw.
Fuck. Oh. 11?
You feel...
Oh, the saving throw. Okay. 24.
What happens is you begin to choke up, and you feel like it's the sense that you're lost for words. And then as you come to that realization that you are lost for words, you are not being stopped. You have a minute. Go.
My name is Ravasi Arthur Theodore Rivenvine. My heart is not my own. It never was. I have a purpose in my family to keep a long, long pact alive. And in the end, I will be taken by it too. And this, he presses against his heart. will be given to the next one. And I think I'm done with destroying things. I think I want to create. But I don't know how.
And then you cut off. It chokes off on
Yeah.
that last word. Go ahead and roll me another charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out and
That one!
Oh, even my guidance can't help here.
Even your what?
Even my guidance can't help
You
with
got
that.
portents there, Tazira?
Well, actually, no. Is it a new day?
It is a new day.
One moment. Let me see what my portents are.
Okay.
That's what.
So
As I think Tazira feels this beginning to take hold, and there is this righteous anger as I am going to replace it.
what does it look like? There is a physical, magical thing that explodes over here. Nix and Kimura, you would see this kind of magical explosion. And it starts to stem from Ravasi's throat. You see like this red burning light around it, and it suddenly turns pitch black as almost black fire begins to come from his mouth. And Ravasi, you feel yourself burning and burning and burning. And your soul is being destroyed from within for 1 second. And Tazira, you reach out, and I think instinctually you grab the side of his neck, and he grabs your wrist, and you're essentially, I don't want to say this because this is not a kinky moment at all, but you are essentially choking him, and your magic begins to burst out and swallow this dark flame. What does it look like?
It is just this outpouring of pure stars in blue as you watch Tazira's eyes do a similar sort of light up, and the constellations once again appear going over her, beginning to leak out of her fingertips as they bite away at this fire and darkness. And it is just this, get away from my friend.
And as you screech this out, you watch the black flames begin to turn turquoise and blue and a flash of orange, and then it swirls into a night sky and almost essentially goes up into the sky. And it is not the month of the Starweaver, Tazira, but you see the constellation of the Starweaver.
Oh.
He is like choking, spitting out ash, very oblivious to this very cool moment, in just sheer pain. Also, yeah,
you
DM, how
take
much?
25 psychic damage with that nat 20.
Only 25.
Only 25 of the possible 49.
You see him choke, and cough.
Tazira, just make me an Arcana check.
Absolutely.
You got a 12.
I will, if you want to, you can. You're gonna get something no matter what, but you'll get more or less depending on if you choose to use your portent.
I will use my other portent for a dirty 20.
Okay. You get the sense that, well, Ravasi's still up, and this damage that hurt him, that if he had dropped unconscious from it, there's no coming back. That was a reckoning on his soul. A high risk, high reward. He fought through, he pushed through so that he had the ability to say something, and something fought back.
I'm so fucked.
Also, I just need you to know that Ravasi is 45 hit points.
Oh my god.
I could have perma-killed him.
You could have. I only have 45 HP.
Oh my gosh, I just rolled the damage that I had, and I did. Ooh.
Oh my god. Tizira, she'll glance at the constellation, just kind of whisper out in Celestial a thankful prayer to Simona, and then I will reach over and 4th level Cure Wounds Ravasi.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will say the both
I
of you.
heals for most of it.
Oh, nice. I will say, Komori and Nyx, you did see this magical explosion that just happened over there.
You are way too dangerous, Zari.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
He kind of like finally hunches back over and up. Fuck. Ugh. We can't do this again. I can't.
I know what I need to dig out answers from places other than you now.
Careful you don't go mad.
I think with the amount of things that I took during college, that's an inevitability for Vossi.
He kind of coughs again. A couple more like ashes like drift out of his mouth.
And you will create.
He just taps against your hand. Just a similar constant little pattern.
Gotcha. Tizira is putting it to her mind to memorize this pattern now.
You've seen him do it constantly over the weeks.
But now I would say you have the little rhythm memorized.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem to be, by the way, it doesn't seem to be anything like special or deep, just something that is soothing and calming for him.
Ah, boy, self-soothing. We love it for him. I guess I will just kind of poke my head around the corner. We're fine.
I mean, I'm alive.
Yep. No one's dead.
Komori, next, are you just doing your thing, or?
Just a normal day with Tizira and Ravasi, you know?
Yeah, Nyx just shrugs it off. Not really her business.
Komori, anything? Kenny, are you muted? Kenny, are you sleeping? Oh no, he might be sleeping. Well, you know what? I think with that, as you two go and join the group, under the blanket and the furs, Komori conked out underneath the lean-to, and Nyx kind of laying down next to it. You all snuggle in. Mippet and Morrigan tucked into your chests as Harshnag sits up against the side of the cliff, one leg out, as he stokes the fire, assuring you that he will watch for this evening, and you may rest and fully rest. And as you lay down beneath the sky, no light pollution, absolutely stunning, the stars up above you, and in this month, the month that should be the month of the dying star, instead you see the month of the constellation of the Starweaver. And with that, I think we will end our session here tonight.
This was so cool.
Yes, it was. All right. Well, if you're with us on Twitch, stick around. We will chat with you for a quick second after. If you are with us on YouTube, thank you so much for listening. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All of the links are below in the comments section or in the description, and we appreciate you very much. And we will see you soon.
Please do. I almost died.
That deserves a like. Okay. See you all soon. Goodbye.